Happy Sunday, traders. In this quick little upload, I'm going to be showing you what I like to do on a Sunday. It's going to be like my sort of Sunday routine, as well as a pre-market outlook for the week coming up. So firstly, what I'll do is I will clear all of my markets, all of my screens, all of my analysis. That's why this market, Euro JPY at the moment, is blank, just because I like to make sure that all the zones that I was using previously are still valid. If any of the zones have become invalidated, it's a good opportunity to clear it and then start fresh and start again heading into the new week. Now, because I'm an intraday trader, I'm never really looking to be in a trade for more than a couple of days. I'm going to be only going from the daily downwards. I don't think, for me personally, as this sort of trader, I need to go to the weekly or the monthly. So first of all, we'll start off on the daily time frame, like so. And now I'll just start off by marking up some of my zones. So just ignore this up here. I'm keeping that because that is just using some smart money concepts. However, everything else I'll be looking to do support and resistance wise. So at the moment, we can see a pretty nice zone up in here on the daily time frame, like so. As you see, it's coming here once as resistance, twice as resistance, 3 times as resistance. Bearing in mind, this is also on the daily time frame. So if you just switch down to the 4 hour, these would be some nice, quite clean touches. I'm just going to adjust this zone like so, and I think that works perfectly. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing on this zone here, because that's the previous swing low. We're trading in there at the moment. As you can see, we've got a few touches, 1, 2 touches there, 3 maybe there, and then a nice 4th touch where we tried to push deep into that zone, but found some buyers and started to push back up. And then maybe the last zone that I'd want to mark up is this previous swing low down here, like so. And then once again, this is on the daily time frame. We've got a wick down in here where we pushed down, found some more buyers, pushed up, 2 wicks there, 3 wicks, 4 wicks, or 4 candles, 5 candles, and another wick there. So that's me happy with the daily time frame. Now I've got my major zones up that I'll need to at least start the week off. I want to keep them as clear as possible. So yes, I could go and mark this zone, I could go and mark this zone, I could go and mark these swing lows down here. But I don't want to have a cluttered chart, and I feel like this at the moment is more than adequate for what I'll need for the week ahead. So now we're going to go down onto the 4 hour time frame, like so. And then what I'm seeing here is a bit of a consolidated market. We've got a push below, but then we've got a huge bullish engulfing on the 4 hour, pushing straight back up into this mini zone here. Some people maybe wouldn't use this zone at this point. Maybe they'd draw their zones a bit more up there. Personally, I feel like here we get some more touches and it's just a bit more relevant. And for me, potentially, if we can see a nice retest into this zone and we see some rejection, of course, then we could take it up to here. That's it for Euro JPY. We're going to go down to the next pair. I'm not sure what the next pair is. So we've got Euro CHF once again. So we're going to get rid of this zone. And same as usual, starting off on the daily time frame, like so. Now all this here is very choppy, so you maybe use these lows here, you might use those lows here. This is going to have to be quite a big zone. I feel like that's the most relevant, like that. I feel like it was just quite choppy around here. It wasn't really testing this zone, and it wasn't really testing any zone, to be honest. So I feel like these are sort of the most prominent, the most obvious zones at the moment, because this is just really choppy. The whole area is choppy, but it looks like in these areas we did find some support. Also, I want to give a quick announcement. If you guys want to take the exact trades that I take with sometimes analysis, stop loss, take profits, risk to reward ratios, all you have to do is copy my stop loss, copy my entry, copy my take profit, and you can earn some money. If you're interested in the VIP Signals group, get in contact with me, findingforex@gmail.com, and we can get you put into the Signals group and we can get you making some money heading into this new week. So moving forward, I'm going to move up to these swing highs over here, like so. So if we just mark that zone up like that. Once again, I feel like this is a nice zone. So we got up here, but we've now had a nice candle push below. And then once we started pushing below, we started pushing really down. This is just previous market structure. These are the previous swing highs. That's what we're looking to mark up. And these are sort of the previous swing lows. Maybe you could have considered that the previous swing low, but that was sort of violated. So now these are the previous swing lows, at least for me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to mark up this zone, like so. Because I feel like, once again, if we do break this zone, this will be the next available structure point. So the reason why I'm doing that is because we're a lot closer to this zone than we are to this zone, and we still have to break this zone. So there'll be a lot of interaction with Euro CHF around here. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe we'll see a break. If not, all I'd like to see something nice and simple. So we'll get our brush out, a push up, a push down, and then like something like that, or potentially a push down, a retest, and then a push down like that. So moving on to GBP USD, I'm actually going to leave all of it as it is. I feel like it's all pretty okay still. So this zone here, I would like to add is a very nice 1 hour zone. So if we jump down to the 1 hour, like so, as you can see, we acted as nice support there, and we came in beautifully tapped and then just sold right the way down. This zone here became very choppy, and you could have even used this zone here, these previous highs. So you got these previous highs, these highs, these highs. Personally, it just looks a bit choppy in this area, so we're just going to be waiting to see actually what happens in the future, and maybe take a trade when price comes to this area. But I feel like for now, GBP USD is actually okay. As you can see, we're trading up here. So these are the previous swing highs, like so, and then we've still respected it here, respected it here, respected it here. So I feel like that GBP USD is okay. And I just want to go on to the daily time frame just to show you guys what I'm looking at. So these are the previous lows that I'm looking at. So we had resistance in here, turn support, beautiful trade. This would have been if you saw the break and the retest. Absolutely fantastic trade. You could have got at least probably about a 1 to 10, maybe even a 1 to higher, 1 to 12, depending on how tight you wanted your stop loss to be. And then we came in here, we pushed down, and then the very next day we just shot and rocketed up to these previous swing highs. So I think when we get down to this area, I'm going to be looking to take GBP USD to the long side. I think that's definitely what I'm looking. Also, we do have some smart money concepts playing in over here. This is something that I want to see mitigated, and I'm not going to go too deep into the smart money concepts because I feel like I'd be giving so much away for free at this point. But I'm looking to target this area for buyers, long story short. And I know that I said I like to take all of the analysis off and stuff, but I feel like at the moment these zones are very accurate and they're still being respected. So it definitely comes down to sort of intuition, whether you want to keep it, whether you don't. Most of the time I will actually remove all of my analysis. So if we take these ones, I'm going to remove all of these. I'm going to remove this. Once again, these are pretty clean. This one is a beautiful zone. We broke through nicely. We retested. We tested again. Beautiful zone. I'm going to get rid of this zone there. And I'm going to get rid of this zone down here. Once again, we're going to go on to the daily time frame. Nice and easy. And we're just going to start marking up just to check. Once again, you'll notice Euro JPY and GBP JPY have these two zones marked on. That is for a very good reason. But once again, I'm not going to go into too much detail. We can get rid of these like so. And now I'm just going to be marking up. So I feel like you could maybe do this, something like that. But if you're thinking how big that zone is on the daily time frame, you got to think how big it's going to be on the 1 hour and the 4 hour stuff. So we're going to remove that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our tool and we're going to go to there, because I feel like that's a nice zone. So we got, once again, lovely support in here. We did get just below this, but then we found some buyers, pushed up. Once again, came into this area again, pushed up. And if we go into the 4 hour, no doubt this will be nice and clear, and a little bit more clear at that. So yes, we did touch there. We shot straight back up, came down to test again, and once again we shot straight up. This zone here I'm going to leave on, and I'm actually going to just clone this like so. And I'm just going to move these up to these previous swing highs like that. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. I feel like that's only right. And yeah, I could maybe incorporate this one if I pulled it down here. Didn't really need to, but I guess you could say you've got more touches on us. So we've got a touch up there, touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here. Once again, just a nice, really strong, well-respected zone, which is something we like to see. And then I think the last zone that we've got for GBP JPY is just that zone in here, like so. Just judging off of where the candlesticks look like they want to go, yes, we did push down into here and get some really nice rejection, but it does what we want to go and test this zone again. And I feel like if we test it again, we will violate it and start pushing downwards. Maybe you could mark up these previous swing lows down here as well. This could also be nice. It all depends. I'm going to keep these marks up, these zones here. And if we see some interaction, then I'll look to trade off of this zone. However, if we just snap right through this zone and head towards this previous cluster of lows like there, then I'm just going to look to delete it. That is going to be it. I don't want to go through all of my pairs and show you what I do because I want to save that for the more premium stuff. Once again, if you do want to take the exact trades that I take, get in contact with me, findingforex@gmail.com, and we can get you booked in for the signals, and you can take all the trades that I do and profit alongside me. I'll show analysis, I'll show take profits, stop losses, all the trades I'm taking, and you guys can make some money right alongside me.